Hey everybody, what's going on? Real quick, I want to say congratulations to the winners from yesterday. You guys are going to be entered into the pool to win the $100 giveaway. If you don't know what I'm talking about, head up there and check out the video from yesterday where I talk about the details of the giveaway, how to get in on it. It's a daily ongoing thing. So basically the gist of it is like this video and comment down below. An hour after I upload, I'm going to come back and select a random person. And then tomorrow morning before I upload, I'm going to select 2 more. So being here in the first hour gives you a better shot, but you've got a full 24 hours to have your comments selected. And then April 19th, I'll draw from the list of entries and I'll get with the winner. So that's the quick rundown. If you want to check out more details, video is up there. So I figured while my clan boss is running, we would hop on and talk a little bit about what's going on. Now, the first thing is this little news right here that I'll pop up. They just gave us 2,000 energy and extended the dungeon multi-battle. I got nothing bad to say about that. I think that's really nice. I think that's really cool. We appreciate it. I got nothing to say, nothing negative about that. I think that's cool. I think that's thoughtful. I think it's pretty sweet of them to do. And, I don't think it should have been more. I don't think it should have been less. I think it was a cool thing to do. So tip of the hat. In this video, what I wanted to talk about, I wanted to go back and look at the roadmap. So we're going to bring that up now. And this is not going to be a meme thing. This is not going to be a roast thing. I just want to talk about the roadmap, kind of the progression of the path it's taken and what it says is coming and where it might be going. So let's go back to the beginning here. New artifacts. Now, I don't even remember what the new artifacts were. I don't know why. I'm trying to remember what sets weren't in the game when I started. Oh, okay. Maybe we should move past that. That's not new artifacts. That's them adding 6-star artifacts that appeared to already be in the game based on loading screens and drop rates. So okay, never mind. We're gonna scratch that. That's not a good one to go over. New faction. They added dwarves, which is fine. I like the dwarf faction. I think it's got a lot of really cool champs. Fine. Desktop version. I still think this is one of the best things that they've ever done, if not the best. I know that some of you have had trouble with the Play and Play app. In my experience, it's crashed maybe twice since I downloaded it. It runs so smooth. I've rarely seen any problems with it. It has been down occasionally, but as far as my own issues on my end with it crashing, I have nothing bad to say. It runs really smooth, no crashes. Easy in the top 3 best things they've ever done, which may be unfortunate for them overall. But again, nothing bad to say about the desktop version of this game. Faction Wars. Ooh, might be one of the worst things they did initially. It was really, really bad when it came out. It was way, way too strong. And again, this was one of those scenarios where it seems like the goal was to put something out to get the whales to spend all the money they could and try to complete it, nerf it a little bit, do the same thing again, and then they nerf it. To my understanding, they've nerfed it twice, at least. And it just seemed really transparent. This was at a time when all of their behavior surrounding this was indicative of them not really caring about how they were being perceived, not really caring about the players. So everybody was just kind of like, this is clearly you trying to just milk people in stages, right? So not a great time for them, not a great look for them. Overall, it's fine because they added glyphs with it, right? So glyphs are fine, upgrading your artifacts. And I don't like the glyph system, if I'm going to be honest. I don't think that 6-star speed glyphs should have a possibility of rolling 1. I think that's pure insanity. But it is raid, right? That's the type of stuff that we are accustomed to here. It's just the nature of raid, so it is what it is, and it's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. So Faction Wars was an interesting time for them. I'm just gonna go back to the home screen here. I guess no, yeah, we'll just leave it there. We're looking at this anyway. Platinum Tier Arena, another miss, right? And again, this is not me trying to roast. This is not me trying to nitpick. I'm just going through the progression and talking about it, okay? So don't take this as me as a negative video or me trying to bash them right now. This is simply, I wanted to go back over the roadmap, see where we're at and where we're going, and talk about it. So I figured we would do a video. That's it. It is not me trying to bash them, but we know their history, right? There's not a lot of really good things to say about this last year. So different time now. We'll talk about that at the end. But Platinum Tier, kind of a miss, right? We had been saying we wanted Arena to be a little more interesting. We wanted it to be a little more competitive. We wanted a little more depth. Everybody wants an Arena shop, and they gave us Platinum Tier, which basically separated 300 players from everybody else, which for some people was interesting, and it added an element, but overall it was just a miss. Most people don't care. Even people that can be in Platinum don't want to be. It's not worth the effort. They've done a little bit recently to try to make it a little bit more interesting. It's still just not quite there, right? A couple of the small things they've done are interesting, but overall Arena is just still not, it hasn't arrived yet, right? There's no real scene for Arena yet. And beyond Glory Shop, there's really no incentive. Glory Shop, I'm sorry. Glory Hall. Besides farming your Glory Hall, there's no real incentive to be in Arena. It's not really even that fun, at least as far as the feedback I've received from most people I've talked to. I'm sure there are people finding it fun, and I'm in no way trying to insult anyone that likes Arena in this game, but compared to other games, there's just no scene yet. There's no reason to be there. There's no scene. They have some work to do, right? And the recent addition of the artifacts, it's just going to kind of further separate Platinum from the rest of everybody. And again, I'm not opposed to the whales having cool stuff and fun stuff, but Arena's only interesting for, less than 1% of the players right now, it would seem. So work to be done, Then we got the Battle Pass. Now again, I've said, every time I've talked about the Battle Pass, I've said this, and inevitably someone wants to come in and defend the Battle Pass to me. I don't have a problem with the Battle Pass. I think that it's great. Isolated in itself, aside from everything else going on around it, I think the Battle Pass is great. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. There's daily incentive. There's there's a legendary at the end. Based on what we're accustomed to in this game, it's great value. I have not seen a Battle Pass in any other game that was more than $10. Leave it to Plarium to make that happen. But again, based on what we're used to, the value in there is great. You get a lot of 6-star gear, you get champions, you get glyphs, you get a lot of stuff. So in and of itself, I think it's fine. Of course, there's tweaks that could be made to improve it. Whatever, it's fine. I got no real problem with the Battle Pass. And that's where we're at now. So this roadmap was, to our understanding, for 2019. If I'm remembering correctly, this was everything they wanted to accomplish in 2019. Now, I don't have a huge problem with them having aspirations of doing a certain amount of things in a period of time and not being able to, realizing it was a little bit harder, spending a little more time on something. The problem is that there's really nothing here, right? As far as like content, significant additions to the game, there's really not much, right? They didn't really do much. It's hard to really understand what the holdup was, right? I mean, if they could have just made it here last year, I feel like things could be a lot different. But however, here's the however to this. They have recently, and again, I'm very hesitant to get optimistic, but they have very recently been given some good looks, right? We're going to talk a little about the fusion in a minute too, but they've been given some good looks here. So maybe it's better that all the potential real content hasn't come out yet, right? Maybe whatever needed to click in someone's mind, maybe it finally clicked. Again, we're not there yet. We have a long way to go before I'm gonna defend them, because this last year has been bad, just straight up objectively bad. It's been bad. But maybe maybe it's a good thing we didn't get any real content yet, because now maybe the new content will actually come out good. So we'll see. I don't know what the timeline is for this anymore. They haven't really given us a timeline. We know a little bit about what's coming in 1.14, right? A real shot at a balance patch, a real shot at making some champions that no one really liked interesting. Still waiting on that damage counter for Clan Boss. Still waiting on artifact sorting, right? We're still waiting on some of these things. We're still waiting on a free artifact removal day. I'm never going to drop that. I'm never going to drop that. They're going to have to do that for me to shut up. Something's going to have to give with the artifact system. It can't always be that expensive 100% of the time. You're going to have to bend on that a little bit. And one day a month to let us move some stuff around is really reasonable. On you, like, there's no reason not to give us that, so I'm not gonna shut up about that till they do it. But there's some things we're waiting on that aren't that hard to do. Void Tower needs to be good when it comes out. It needs to be. There needs to be an obvious attempt for it to be balanced. It needs to be fun. It needs to be interesting. It needs to be deep. It needs to be deep content. If this thing comes out and it's 10 floors and 3 through 10 are too hard for everybody, we're gonna be in bad shape, okay? So we'll see. I'm very curious. You know, the Tower of Ascension and Summoner's War, things like that. That's my favorite type of content. There's a problem. There's problems to solve. There's clear, measurable progression. And again, you hit a wall. You can diagnose the problem. Go into your chant box and solve the problem and go back. It is my favorite kind of content. I really hope they don't blow this, man. I really hope this is good. I would love a reason to be interested in this game again, because right now I'm not. I'm logging in and doing Clan Boss because my clan needs it. That's it. I'm not even doing dailies right now, right? I'm not super into it. I would love a reason to be, but it's going to take a little bit, I think, to get me back in here. Then we've got Tag Team Arena, a new faction, which I can't tell. It looks kind of like a dragon. I can't tell. They've talked a lot about an Asia faction. I hope that's not what it's called, but that's all we've ever heard it referred to as. That's the only faction I know specifically that they have had plans to put out. So maybe that's how that ties in. A new clan boss, which, based on the lack of real content and the amount of time it took, there's no telling how long. I think at this point it'll be optimistic to think that they'll finish this year. And again, that's not like a dig. That's not me trying to be crappy. I think that's realistic, because here we're talking about significant additions, right? Aside from the new faction, which is a significant addition if we're going to be... It's new champs, which they like to rest on, but it's a different kind of new champs, so I'll take that. But we've got Void Tower, which is a whole new section of gameplay. We've got Tag Team Arena, which is a whole new section of gameplay. We've got a new faction. Then we've got a new clan boss, which is a whole new section of gameplay. And then we've got mythical artifact crafting. Now, who knows? Who knows what that's going to be? Who knows how pay to win that's going to be? I don't know. Who knows if the game will even still be around by the time they get to that? But I don't even know how to speculate. Unless that's just artifact crafting, and mythical was the word they threw in there to make it more interesting. I'll say if we get artifact crafting before we get artifact sorting or free artifact removal one day a month, I'm going to be aggravated about it. I'll go ahead and tell you in advance. I'm going to be aggravated about that. But that's it. Here's the line where the real content begins. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of pace they can set on putting out real content. I'm playing a lot of 7 Deadly Sins right now. They're putting out chunks of content every week. I'm not memeing. They've done more in 2 weeks than Raid's done all year. That's crazy. That's a little bit crazy, right? So here's where the real content begins, and it's gonna have to be. There's gonna have to be a clear effort. I think people are done. I think people are out of patience for the same old stuff. But again, they've been given some good looks here lately. If we go and take a look at the events, I don't want that. The events are still looking good, right? I've been keeping an eye on it, even though I'm not playing. I'm coming in and I'm peeking at these events, and because I want to make sure they don't flip this at the end and make it stupid. And I like this. I like that you can get the rares kind of easily, and if you're able and willing, you can come in here and just knock the epic out. I like that. I got no issue with that, right? Right? I've barely been playing, and I'm already here. Okay, it's doable. It really is. I think it really is doable, free to play. I will say I would like to see these a little bit lower here. I think that's a little bit high, but I still don't know that I think it's undoable, right? So far we're on pace for a solid fusion. Again, Foley was on pace for a solid fusion until the last one. The difference is all the champs are already out, so I really hope that they keep going the way they're going here. They've given us some good looks. They've planted a tiny, tiny, tiny seed of optimism. They're going to have to water it and nurture it heavily for it to grow. But I do, you know, I'm not ever negative for the sake of being negative. I want to give credit where it's due, and I want them to do well. I've said this before. I would rather them do well than fail, right? So, you know, it benefits all of us if they do well. Content creators and them. I guess it benefits the players too. You don't have to be frustrated that you spent so much time and money in a game for it to die. So that's it. I just wanted to go over the roadmap again. Again, details on the giveaway. I'll end card it to this video too if you didn't go check it out at the beginning and you want to go check out the details on how to get involved in the giveaway. Real easy. Like the video, comment. I'll be back in 1 hour to grab one of you. Tomorrow morning I'll grab 2 of you, put you in the list. We'll draw on the 19th, and someone will win that $100 gift card. I'm also doing one on Twitch if you want to follow my Twitch link. Or go to my Twitch link and follow me there. I'm doing another $100 giveaway that I'm drawing on April 6th. And basically all you got to do to get in that one is be in the stream enough to earn entries. So details on that if you catch me in stream, I'll explain it. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know how you guys feel about the roadmap, what you think about what's coming. Again, where are your levels of optimism? How are you feeling about the fusion? Whether you're participating or not, just viewing it like a bird's eye view. How do you feel about how they're doing the fusion? Do you think they're going to flip it at the end? Do you think they're going to continue to leave it reasonable? Do you think they'll come out of this without anybody being mad at them? For a good reason, anyway. Someone's always going to be mad, right? But yeah, I'm interested to know what you guys think here. Are you optimistic about the new content? You know, how you feeling about the roadmap? Have you been here for the whole roadmap? All that stuff. So that's it. I'm done rambling. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe. Try not to go crazy sitting at home. And enjoy the 2,000 energy they gave us. I'm done rambling. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.